this is what you want. And when you take this break, you see, and I talked about taking a break. As soon as I talked about taking a break, the Sun card fell out. That's not by coincidence. That stuff it don't just happen like that. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Healing vs. Hurt Tarot. I am Angel Renee. Let's go ahead and get started on your intuitive read today. Before I start with your cards, I just want to say this. I was led today to speak on forgiveness in this reading. I'm not sure where it's going to lead, but the main topic, what I'm feeling, is forgiveness. Okay? That could be forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness and not holding grudges, forgiveness of those who may be incapable of loving you a certain kind of way. So we're going to get into this, all right? And I'm hearing the focus of love should be on self. When you're looking for others to have an ability to love you in a certain way, sometimes it's not that you don't deserve that, but sometimes we need to love ourselves even deeper, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with the Beauty That Can't Be Ignored Thought-Provoking Guidance deck, which is my own deck that I wrote myself. So let's get started on that, all right? I hope you all are having a magical holiday, filled with joy and love. So we have, don't get so stuck on old memories that you never create new ones. I feel like that's on point. I feel like that's so on point. Don't get so stuck on old memories that you never create new ones. See, I don't think we're ready for this. I don't know if we're ready. All right, let's get this party started, all right? I was also guided to pull out the black tourmaline crystals here that I sell in my shop at healingversushurt.com. So I do have black tourmaline for sale for protection. And I also, while I was meditating before your intuitive reading, I seen red. And there must be some balancing of maybe our root chakra and us being grounded, and our stability within ourselves, our physical self, our emotional self, all of the things. We have the High Priestess of Earth. All right. So it's something about our stability and our groundingness within ourselves, within our own universe, and protecting ourselves, sometimes even from ourselves. When I hear fragment and what I'm feeling, I get this knowing of us scattering ourselves around a little bit too much. Scattering ourselves around, how can I put this? I hear it, I feel it, I know it. Let me get it out to you. Scattering ourselves like little fragments around to those who may not deserve a piece of you. Okay? We have fulfillment on the bottom of the cards. We have fulfillment. Some pomegranates here, some red wine. Yeah, there's some balancing of the root chakra, most definitely. That's most definitely needed. I'm hearing your birthday might be on the 20th, the 15th, the 3rd. of a month. This is for the collective, so it could be earth, it could be air, it could be water, okay? It could be fire. Oh, lust. This card is lust. So you're trying to fulfill something outside of you. You're trying to fulfill the desires, what I'm getting. And this may not be for everyone, but you're wanting to fulfill the desires of people outside of you. Okay? It may be in a way for you to gain something from them, in a way that's not actually good for your soul. Okay? I want you to also look up pomegranates. Pomegranates, I think that's how you say it. Pomegranates. Okay. Look up the spiritual meaning of that fruit. Also, maybe eat some. And go about it in a way that you're honoring yourself while you're eating it. And how to do that is just to set your intention on how it's going to fulfill you in such a way that you're feeding your soul exactly what you need at this time. Okay? Also, if you like red wine, have you some red wine. Have you some red wine, have you some red wine and some pomegranates. Have you some. With some red wine if you drink red wine, okay? This is a good time to do that. So, I feel like there's a part of you that may not be forgiving maybe a mother figure in your life. And so, with that, it may be a piece of you that's so torn that you may tend to give yourself away in ways that you might need for yourself. High Priestess of Water. So we have water and earth here. There's a piece of you that may feel like you're broken. You know, it's something about you forgiving yourself, forgiving this mother figure, okay? Or you know, a feminine energy is what I'm feeling. Because there's someone trying to, I feel like this is not to like scare anyone or anything. So please don't take this as any of that kind of stuff. But this is a way that you should be afraid that you're not giving the love that you need to yourself. That's what you should be afraid of, okay? Because there's some desires that people around you are in need of when it comes to your energy, and excuse me, but your blood, your DNA. You got to be careful how you're putting out fragments of yourself to other people. Because see, it's almost like you're nourishing all these things outside of you. And it's nothing wrong with giving. It's nothing wrong with putting out love and all the things. It's nothing wrong with that. You all know that. But there is this piece of the reason it's being done is because of the unforgiveness that's within you. Okay? That's why. So really you're acting off of trauma. You're acting off of a voided place that's within you. Okay? I see remember, don't forget. Don't forget who you are. Get a reminder. If you need to look at some childhood photos, or if you can think on something, a memory that was very, very beautiful to you in a way that it just brings you joy every time you think about this thing or a situation or a place that you went. Like, go there. Go there. Try to see what happened. Because sometimes we move through life so much. We move fast and we don't even enjoy, most of the time, a lot of the times we don't enjoy the present moment of what's happening right now. And then we end up being in this hurtful, voided energy that makes you feel like you have some type of remorse, or not remorse. Oh, I just had it on me. You have this, once I edit my video, I'm going to remember the word that I was trying to say. But you have this type of energy toward people, like an unforgiving energy. I'm sure some of you are saying the word now, but yes, that. Okay, so you gotta get back to you. I believe that you need to see your light, because your light has been dim. Your light has been, I'm hearing, snuffed out. So whatever is snuffing out your light when it comes to dealings with yourself, come back to you. Come back to you. All right. And like I said, go to that happy place. Find out where that was, what you were doing, how did it feel? Write down your feelings and your emotions behind it. And just kind of sit with that. See what happened. Because the thing is that we have to be truthful. There has to be a day that you become truthful with yourself, where you're able to forgive yourself and find and go into that dark place where you're trying to figure out what happened. Because the thing is, don't get so stuck on old memories that you never create new ones. Sometimes the stuck can still be where you're moving, but you're moving in a direction. I'm gonna say a couple different things here. It's gonna be the same, but it's not. Okay, it's gonna really sound like I'm kind of contradicting myself, but hear me out. So this stuck thing, right? We can still move and do things, even still being in a stuck place. And that's where we're probably scattering out fragments of ourselves to people who may not need these fragments, okay? Then on top of that, we can also be in a place that we're stuck with these old memories, these old traumas, yes, that we can't move forward in certain areas of our life because we're stuck on what you did to yourself, what this feminine energy did to you, okay? And we get stuck there. So then we start to create sometimes from that space, those old stuck emotions, those old stuck feelings of not feeling safe. Okay, hear me out. And when we're not safe, we scatter ourselves to anything that seems as though it's showing us something that we may feel like we need to fill in the voids with. And sometimes we don't always need to fill in the voids with the things that we're filling in our voids with. Okay, so I'm feeling like, even if you have these memories and things like that, and you're like, well, I don't want to think about it, I'm not going back there. Sometimes you have to remind yourself, because there is something that might have been missed along the way. Because like I said, we move so fast sometimes and we don't stay in the present moment and maybe move like little by little, a little here, a little there. And we're just moving all over the place and we think, oh, okay, I'm fine. Everything's great. No one's thinking about that and going back there. That doesn't make sense. Woo, I'm over it. But your life actually shows that you're not over it and that you're still stuck. That's a thing. That's actually a thing. And you may think, oh, I'm succeeding in my work and I'm succeeding in my school and I'm this and I'm doing this, but you're still stuck. That's the thing. Play. Play is the card that we have here. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be so serious. But see, and that's part of it too. You get so stuck, you don't create these memories. Even though the new memories, you may think you're moving forward, but if you look at all aspects of our life, which we should do, there's some things that may be where we have not forgiven a piece of ourselves. We may not, like I said, have forgiven this feminine energy. And also, it can be any energy. It could also be a masculine energy, okay? So just hear me out, however it resonates with you. And if this reading is resonating with you, please make sure you give me a thumbs up. If this reading is resonating with you, please give me a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you already have not. That's a side note. You know, leave a little happy emoji, a little smiley face in the comments to let me know and other readers that you love this, okay? And I love the emoji thing. I listened to Vanessa Samina, who I get like really motivated by her and how she does things. So I got the little emoji thing from her. Her name is Vanessa Samina. She's another tarot reader on YouTube. She's someone I look up to. She's really good. She's really good. So we have just say yes. I'm feeling like this is saying yes to yourself. That's what I feel. I feel like this is saying yes to all parts of you. Not just, like I said, not just that one part of you, but all parts of you. Okay? The Great Gathering. Okay, so the Great Gathering is all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. Okay? I'm going to pull one more card from the... Oh, there we are. We have take a break. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Remember how I talked about basically just going and not slowing down and not doing things little by little? Sit those there. Not doing things little by little. And we go too fast sometimes and don't realize, like, damn, I still got some trauma. I got some unforgiveness in my heart. And I'm going day by day. I may make little gestures and little remarks, not realizing that that's coming from a hurt place, a sad place, a traumatized place, a place that you may not have even realized, again, that the pain is there because you're just going. But it's time to be more playful with yourself. It's time to have more fun with yourself. Okay? And enjoy your life for you and not for others. Y'all better hear me. Y'all best hear your girl. Hear your girl. Don't forget the black tourmaline. You need some new black authentic tourmaline from the mines of Brazil. Healing versus Hurt got you. Okay? And I'll make sure I leave the website in the description box. All right. So, yeah, I'm just feeling like you're trying to you're a very, very smart, intelligent being, okay? Beautiful, okay? Handsome. You about your business. But when it comes to you and that in the soft spot for yourself, it's missing. The soft spot that you may need to forgive. Whoa. Okay? Cards went everywhere. The soft spot that you need to forgive. The soft spot that you need to forgive is not there. It seems like you're trying to crowd yourself with other things, even when it comes to work or these other things, you know, going to school and doing everything else, okay? And not even having time to play. It's just you're just clouding yourself with everything else and not remembering how precious you are and how precious forgiving is, as I speak to myself as well. Okay, understand. It's just time to give yourself so much more. Yep. It's time to give yourself so much more and quit playing with yourself. You know, I just make this really just like straight to the point, down to earth. You know, you got to start choosing yourself, choosing your heart. Because yes, it's like you want to learn how to balance this, okay? You want to learn how to balance what's going on within you. It's like you're in this place where you're like, I don't want to get too sad. I don't want to feel like I'm overreacting in this area because this person did this to me. Woo, you know, I'm just over it. I don't even want to think about it. But there's no balance. So because there is no like balance, and then you got the yin and yang here and the temperance here in reverse, and it's like it's just time to set yourself free of spewing out parts of you that don't need to be spewed. You have no playtime for you. You have no kind of love or what am I hearing? Okay. So you're not having any free time for you. Any enjoyment for yourself. Maybe it's time to go take a trip. You know? And remember, we have the card that says take a break. Don't ignore that. Because you're going to be sitting around like this. I'm okay. It's nothing wrong. I'm good. Really? I don't think you are. I don't think you are. I don't think you are. You can be. This is one of the best cards on the deck. The Sun card. It just fell out. And we're going to leave it out. Okay? The thing is that this is what you want. This is what you want. And when you take this break, you see, and I talked about taking a break. As soon as I talked about taking a break, the Sun card fell out. That's not by coincidence. That stuff it don't just happen like that. Okay? So be more kind to yourself. Forgive yourself. Write down. Let me tell you some things that helped me. Let me tell you some things that helped me. And some things that still help me. Writing in a journal will help you so very much, especially when you need to get your thoughts down about yourself, other people, how you've hurt yourself. You gotta cry through it. You gotta feel it. You gotta laugh about it. You gotta get angry about whatever you feel that comes to you. I'm not telling you which emotions to feel. I'm telling you what I went through and what helped me along my journey. Okay? Again, this says a life's work, not a season. Right. It doesn't just happen right then. Like it's over time. Okay? Let's see here. Let's get another card. So just, yeah, vacation. Somewhere you've never been before, though. That's standing out to me. Somewhere you have never been before. Don't go back to the familiar. Go somewhere else. It can be anywhere. Just somewhere you've never visited before. Okay? Emerge. I love that. Emerge in you. Woo. You are powerful. Creative. Feel what you need to feel when you need to feel it. I don't give a damn what feeling it is. Feel it. Okay? I'm hearing look beyond something. I'm not sure what it's telling me right now. Make space for it. You got to make space for you. Once you start not giving all of you to everything and everybody else, then you're making space for yourself to become more active with you. Look beyond. If it comes to me, it does, but I hear look beyond. Look at yourself. Do some mirror work. I feel like doing some practices where you're staring off maybe into the sky and just like holding that space and just staring and focusing at it and just listening and just breathing. If it's at the sky, if it's at a star, if it's at, I don't know where you are in the world, if it's at the snow, you know, the grass, the water, wherever, a flame, a candle flame. But I'm focusing on something like that, an element, is going to help give you messages, okay? Coming together. There was another one that talked about coming together. And look, you got the yin yang sign again. Can you see that? Yin yang again. Coming together was somewhere. It was another, the great gathering. It's all coming together. Yep, it's all coming together. I want to get a few, just like another message before we go. Before we go, one last message from the ancestors, from the spirit guides, from the Most High, from our higher self. What message does the collective need to know right this moment? Right this moment. So what came out is, well, first of all, I'm looking over at my card and it said, yes, you can. Okay, so that's first. Secondly, the mystic rose, it says, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, grace. Look how pretty that card is. That's all of you. I feel like that's you giving all of you all you need. That's you right there. The mystic rose. And I'm going to read from the guidebook on the mystic rose really quickly. Let me see if I can find it. We are. The mystic rose. The rose was a symbol of the goddess of old. So it's no wonder that when Christianity absorbed large parts of the indigenous Celtic traditions in Europe, the mother goddess, Mother Mary, became associated with the rose. Perhaps the reason Mary is so beloved is because she was the only mother goddess who could be worshipped safely, and as such carries with her the devotion and yearning of all those who long to worship the goddess in feminine form. Now, hear it out. Take what resonates, what don't. Leave it for someone else. Let me continue. Mary's connection with the rose is seen in some of her titles, including Rosa Mystica, the mystic rose, and the rose without thorns, like those of the pagan goddesses before her. The processions that honored Mary involved walking on rose petals. The church altered the stories of goddess past, including those that featured roses, such as Aphrodite turning the white rose red with her blood. I think we mentioned blood in the beginning of this, I feel like. Putting Mary in the goddess's palace. Churches were erected all over Europe and beyond. In many cases on the site of Celtic temples and places of goddess worship, many had beautiful rose windows in the west, the direction of the feminine, and dedication to Mary, Mother of the Rose. This is a card of compassion, devotion, and grace. It encourages us to soften toward humanity and to endeavor to see the world, and even those who have hurt us, with understanding, an open heart, and deep humility. To see that we all carry hurt and are wounded, we have all experienced severing. Mother Mary is inviting you to open your heart to humanity when you most want to close. How are you being called to show compassion today? So compassion and forgiveness, that goes hand in hand, okay? And I think that was on point, and I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. I enjoyed doing this reading for the collective. I love you all, and I will see you soon. Peace.